A novel that would normally take 6 months to write was finished in less than an hour by a man whose brain had been developed 100%. And the inspiration for all this came from a small, transparent pill. Jack thought he could rely on the pill to take him to the top of life, but the pill only had an effect for 24 hours. Once the effect wore off, he would return to being just an ordinary person. In order not to return to being an ordinary person, Jack had no choice but to knock on his friend's door. It was his friend who had given him the pill in the first place. He wanted to ask for more, but when he opened the door, he found his friend had been beaten up. It turned out that the pill that developed the brain he had previously given him was the one he stole from the company. After learning that his friend was hiding at home for this matter and was afraid to go out, Jack went out to order a burger for his friend. However, when Jack returned with the food, he found the door had been opened and discovered his friend had been killed at home. This immediately scared Jack's scalp numb and he quickly called the police. However, before the police arrived, he remembered that he had come for the pills, so he quickly put on gloves and searched the house, and sure enough, in the oven's false bottom, he found some money and a whole bag of pills. Just as he was overjoyed, there was a knock on the door, and he was so scared that he quickly put the stuff in his pocket. Luckily, it was only the police who had arrived. Then Jack explained what he had just witnessed but said nothing about the pills. The first thing Jack did when he got home from the police station was swallow a clear pill. In just a moment, he had already made plans for his future. First, he got a rich guy's haircut. Then he spent an hour writing the sequel to his novel, another hour learning to play the piano, and then he picked up a few random foreign languages. Finally, he scored a beauty at the bar. After that, Jack's life was like a video game. No matter what the problem was in any field, he could confidently talk about it. However, this was not what Jack wanted. His goal was to become president. But in order to become president, you need money. In order to make the most money in the shortest time, Jack immediately thought of the stock market. So he borrowed a startup fund from a loan shark and then went to work at the securities center. During work, he used the help of pills to frantically calculate every number that appeared on the computer. Unexpectedly, in just 1 week's time, his account balance had increased by dozens of times. This instantly attracted the attention of the financial predators, and they all scrambled to invite Jack to join their institutions. What surprised him even more was that his girlfriend, who had abandoned him before, began to throw herself at him again. In this way, Jack reached the pinnacle of his life with those pills. However, as he gradually came into the public eye, another secret of the pills soon surfaced.